Good morning. Welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Monday again. Monday, November 11th. We thank the veterans today. Hope you had a good weekend. Mine was pretty good. I had a birthday yesterday, but it was very quiet. Did a lot of sleeping, which is what I needed after a tough week. So here we go again. We are going to be looking at new releases being published this week, and on Mondays we look at Cozy Mysteries. Quick announcements. I don't have any sprints tonight. I don't do them on Monday night. We will have them tomorrow, though. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, and they go for 2.5 hours. And I'm not going to pronounce this correctly, but I'll give it a shot. Guilt and Ginatan by Mia P. Manansala. This is 5th in the Tina Rosie's Kitchen Mysteries. The annual Shady Palms Corn Festival is one of the town's biggest moneymakers, drawing crowds from all over the Midwest looking to partake in delicious treats, local crafts, and of course the second largest corn maze in Illinois. Leila Macapagal and her Bruja Cafe crew, Adina Awan and Elena Torres, are all too happy to participate in the event and even make a little wager on who can make it through the corn maze the fastest. But their fun is suddenly cut short when a dead body is found in the middle of the maze and an unconscious Adina lies next to it, clutching a bloody knife. The body is discovered to be a local politician's wife, and all signs, murder weapon included, point to Adina as the culprit. But Lila knows her best friend couldn't have done this, so she and her crew put on their sleuthing caps yet again to find the killer who framed Adina and show them what happens when they mess with a bruja. Excuse me. Good morning, Mary. How'd the show go? Happy Monday and Veterans Day. Happy birthday. Thank you. Yes, it was very relaxing. Had a pretty good show on Saturday. I am pleased to report. Oh, good. People were in the mood. That is very helpful. In Want of a Suspect, a Lizzie and Darcy mystery by Terza Price. It is a truth universally acknowledged that London's first female solicitor in possession of the details of a deadly crime must be in want of a suspect. The tenacious Lizzie Bennet has earned her place at Longbourn, her father's law firm. Her work keeps her busy, but luckily it gives her plenty of reasons to consult and steal occasional kisses with Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy, a stern but secretly soft-hearted solicitor at Pemberley. Lizzie is hired to investigate a deadly warehouse fire and to find the mysterious woman who was spotted at the scene moments before the flames took hold. But when the case leads to the sitting room of a woman Darcy once proposed marriage to, the delicate balance between personal and professional in the relationship is threatened. Questions of the future are cast aside when the prime suspect is murdered and Lizzie's own life is threatened. As the body count rises and their suspicions about what was really going on in the warehouse grow, the pressure is on for Lizzie and Darcy to uncover the truth. First in a new series, but seriously, if you're going to not be Pride and Prejudice, come up with your own names. Just saying. I'm excited because my daughter is coming at the end of the week to stay for a week. Oh, nice. Also have a show on Thursday at a local realtor's office, which is a small one, but nice, really laid back. Oh, that might be nice. Well, thank you. And good afternoon, Helen. How's it going over there? And Mary says, hi, good to see you. I'll Be Home for Mischief by Jacqueline Frost, 5th in the Christmas Tree Farm Mysteries. It's Christmas time in Mistletoe, Maine, and the Historical Society has launched a widespread campaign to celebrate the town's 150th anniversary. Descendants of the founding family, the Snows, have returned for the first time, and Holly is determined to make the family's visit magical. In an attempt to put Mistletoe on the map, Holly's mother, a respected local baker, attempts to break a record by baking the world's largest gingerbread man, but her plans are whisked away when Mr. Snow's body ends up in the batter. When Mr. Moore, the local mistletoe farmer, is accused of the crime, Holly reprises her role as amateur sleuth to protect the sweet older man. Between hosting the inconsolable Mrs. Snow and other guests at the inn, receiving threatening messages telling her to stop her investigation, and preparing for her first wedding anniversary with Sheriff Evan Gray, she might need a Christmas miracle to survive. When someone breaks into Holly's office and scratches a warning into her desk, she knows she has little time left. Can Holly uncover the killer before someone else gets burned, or is her involvement a recipe for trouble? Very pretty cover. Rita Mae Brown has a new one. Time Will Tell, 16th in the Sister Jane series. Between organizing a joint session with her friends at Bull Run Hunt, leading her own Jefferson Hunt Club's fox hunting season, and looking after her beloved hounds and horses, Sister Jane Arnold is as busy as can be. She and her friend Tootie Harris are helping to lure home Hunt Club member Cindy Chandler's two escaped cows, Clytemnestra and Orestes, when they discover an expensive watch carelessly abandoned on an overgrown path. The last thing Sister needs is another mystery to solve, but when one falls into her lap, she can't help but get involved. Days later, a young man is murdered, one with seemingly no connection to the pricey jewelry or a life of crime. His mother is distraught, and Sister vows to find the murderer, but when hounds on the hunt discover a truck covered in blood with no body in sight, she quickly realizes she's in over her head with a cunning and clever adversary. Can she find the link and stop the murderer before they strike again? Only time will tell. End of row one. Mary, you're going to have a very lovely visit with your daughter. I think that's so cool. All's Fair in Love and Treachery by Celeste Connolly, second in the Lady Petra Inquires series. 21 June 1815. London may be cheering the news of Napoleon's surrender at Waterloo, but Lady Petra Forsyth has little to celebrate after discovering that the death of her Viscount fiancé 3 years earlier was no accident. Instead, it was murder, and the man responsible is her handsome, half-Scottish secret paramour, Duncan Shawcross. Yet the scoundrel has disappeared, leaving only a confusing riddle about long-forgotten memories in his wake. So what's a lady to do when she can't hunt down her traitorous lover? She concentrates on a royal assignment instead. Queen Charlotte has tasked Petra with attending an event at the Asylum for Female Orphans and making inquiries surrounding the death of the orphanage's matron. What's more, there may be a link between the matron's death and a group of radicals with ties to the aristocracy, as evidenced by an intercepted letter. Then Petra overhears a nefarious conversation with two other men about a plot to topple the monarchy, set to take place during 3 days of celebrations currently gripping London. As the clock counts down and London's streets teem with revelers, Petra's nerves are fraying as her past and present collide. Yet while all's fair in love and war, she can never surrender, especially when more orphan girls may be in trouble. And to save their lives, the monarchy itself, and even her own heart, Lady Petra must face her fears with the strength of an army of soldiers and fight with the heart of a queen. The Charleston Conundrum, second in the Beatrice Holloway series by C.J. Arden. Millbrook, England, 1925. Fresh from solving her first case, 69-year-old amateur sleuth Beatrice Holloway finds herself embroiled in a new mystery that will test her wit, challenge her heart, and uncover long-buried secrets. When renovations at the newly purchased Millbrook Manor reveal a hidden room containing a valuable Art Deco necklace and a locked box, Beatrice's curiosity is piqued, but before the secrets can be unveiled, both items vanish without a trace. From a reclusive lord with a shadowy past to a charismatic American jazz musician, everyone seems to have something to hide. With the unexpected return of her long-lost love, Beatrice must navigate not only the twists and turns of the investigation, but also the complexities of her own heart. Can she unravel the mystery of the stolen items while confronting her unresolved feelings? But in a village where everyone has secrets, who can she really trust? Indeed. Hi, Emily. Just FYI, you should read Pride and Premeditation by Trisha Price, as that is where Darcy and Lizzie meet first. Gotcha. Thank you. And Mary says, hi, Emily. The Commotion at the Race by Courtney McFarlane, 17th in a Razzie Cat Cozy Mystery Series. Fresh from their visit to Valewood, it's back to the real world for Razzie, Hannah, Ben, and the boys. Hannah's covering for a reporter on vacation. When she's assigned to cover a local bike race, she's convinced it will be a predictable, if boring, story. She has no idea how wrong she'd be. Rivalries are higher than the mountain peak these cyclists are attempting to summit, and they'll stop at nothing to win. When one of the favorites doesn't reach the top, Hannah is convinced it's more than just an accident. Will she be able to prove foul play? Strap in. This adventure is more than just a wild ride. Hannah and the crew are in for a heart-pounding adventure with more twists and turns than a mountain road. The Midnight Coven, an Osprey Cove mystery, 4th in that series by Adrian Trapp. When the enigmatic drinking game Midnight Coven arrives in Osprey Cove, Maddie Moore's life takes a chilling turn. Led by the formidable Vivian Blackthorne, this dark coven stirs whispers of curses and unknown powers, leaving the town on edge. Maddie begins to uncover layers of Osprey Cove's magical history that are tied to a mysterious artifact and to a shocking murder that has shaken the community. As she pieces together clues, Maddie finds herself drawn deeper into a web of secrets where the line between good and evil blurs, and the coven's dangerous allure threatens to pull her into darkness. End of row 2. We're moving right along because there's always a lot. When the Carnival Came, an Olivia Penn mystery, 4th in that series by Kathleen Bailey. That's a pretty cover. For fans of Clue and Nancy Drew, spring is blooming in Apple Station, Virginia, and advice columnist Olivia Penn's new romance is heating up. With love in the air and the carnival in town, life seems picture perfect until a stranger arrives at her door with carnations and a cryptic message for her friend. When Olivia follows the trail and finds her friend standing over a dead body, she discovers there's more to the carnival than just fun and games. Compelled to keep an impossible secret from both her new love and the police, Olivia is recruited to go undercover and investigate who among the quirky carnival crew had a motive for murder. In a race to protect her friend and solve the crime, she must trust a man she never expected to see again. Together, they execute a daring plan to bring a killer to justice and save the lives of 30 very precious, valuable, feathered friends. With the killer on the verge of vanishing without a trace, justice and her life hinge on quick thinking and a bold move. Will she and her new love survive to see another day? Lucy Connolly has a new one in her 2nd series. The first series is set in Scotland. The second one is set in Ireland. Death by the Book, Mercy McCarthy mystery. Mercy and Lizzie McCarthy are settling into the charming seaside village of Shamrock Cove on the west coast of Ireland. Lizzie throws herself into organizing a book festival, and mystery writer Mercy even agrees to come out of her bookish hidey hole to get involved. But then the event's star author is found dead. James Brant was killed by a falling bookshelf in his own cottage. The local detective is not convinced by Mercy's suspicion of murder, but when someone else turns up dead, the police cannot ignore it. There's just one problem. Mercy and Lizzie's beloved dog, Mr. Poe, sniffs out the second body in the storeroom of their own bookstore. And now all the gossip seems determined to pin the murder on Mercy. Convinced the police are focusing on a red herring in this real-life case, Mercy needs to act fast to clear her name. Meddling mayor, a cheerful chef, and a bashful botanist make her suspect lists, but it's not until Mercy discovers a tatty old photograph in the local library archive that she is onto the killer's trail. A Basket Case by Leslie A. Deal. Book 2 in the Maddie Sparks mysteries, it looks like. Maddie Sparks believes she has found the perfect balance in her life. Zach, the man she loves, a book she loves writing, and volunteer work at a local museum with a granddaughter she adores. An old flame from Zach's past arrives and drives a wedge into Maddie and Zach's romance. Her writing stalls and someone murders the museum's director just as the museum is about to return a collection of Native American artifacts to the Onondaga and Oneida nations. Standing over the dead body of the museum director is an indigenous man from neither group who insists one of the baskets in the collection belongs to his family. The authorities believe he is the killer, but Maddie does not. With her love life on hold, Maddie and her granddaughter set out to identify the killer, but their search reveals thefts at the museum and a 200-year-old family secret that is the key to the motivation behind the killing. When Maddie uncovers the history behind the feud over the basket, she knows the identity of the killer, making Maddie his next target. A way to give away the whole plot. The Snow Globe Affair. I bet they do survive to see another day. Being, book number blah. Question, is there a particular publisher that specializes in publishing cozy books? I probably should know that, but I don't since I really don't read them. Nothing comes to mind. There's a lot of them in the Kindle Unlimited, which are self-published / Amazon released. Snow Globe Affair by Anna T. Drew, related to Julie Cavallo Investigates. Mathematician Zach Rygold must team up with psychic cat Cavallo to win the city's ultimate scavenger hunt. Assisted by Kat's esoteric friends and Zach's meddlesome neighbors, they race to solve cryptic clues set by a mysterious philanthropist. Between dodging high-speed chases, outsmarting rivals, and bungling home invasions, the holiday magic sneaks up on them, and so do feelings they never saw coming. But their adventure takes a dark turn when the pair uncovers a shocking deception. Suddenly, Kat and Zach are swept into the biggest heist Paris has ever seen. With the conspiracy closing in and sparks flying between them, can they survive the wildest Christmas of their lives? End of that row. Yeah, there's a lot of self-published now in cozy mysteries, but there are still some big names. And I would think those publishers are ones that seek out. A publishing house that I've always enjoyed is Severn House, Severn House. Royals and Ruses, cozy fantasy / mystery novel, The Weary Dragon in Book 10 by S. Usher Evans. The annual Pig's End Harvest Festival has arrived once again, and this year's may prove to be more exciting than last. Rumor has it Queen Meandra herself will be coming to oversee the festivities, a fact that has both confused and excited the rural citizens. Bev's got her hands full, both tending to the out-of-town guests at the Weary Dragon and also helping Ida Witzel with the festivities. But when Sheriff Rustin doesn't show up for work and more Pig's End citizens go missing, Bev's on the case once again. Can she figure out who or what's snatching the citizens of Pig's End before the entire town disappears? Or there's no one left to help with the Harvest Festival? More important, when the Queen finally arrives, Royals and Ruses is the final book in this series. Aww. I know they cranked out pretty fast. Eight letters in Betrayal. Now, is everybody counting how many letters is in the word betrayal? Again, I repeat, I bet they do survive. Indeed. I hate that they do that. They always end with a question to kind of, it's a marketing thing to, oh, will they? But will they survive? Well, this is book number 27. So yeah, I think they will. That's just being snarky. And you know I love snarky. This is a Tracy Belden murder mystery. What? Trixie was already taken, I agree. Louise Foster is the author, 8th in the crossword puzzle Cozy Mysteries. All I wanted was some candy at the local store. But what I got was an unidentified murder victim. No one knows who she was, but or how she got into the locked storage room or who killed her. I'm Tracy Belden, a PI. Though I've solved a few murders in my first year in the field, I'd like to have a clue to start with. Within a day, I have multiple missing women with ties to the neighborhood, including my neighbor's granddaughter, who could either be the killer on the lam or the dead woman. With my tween son trying to be Sherlock Holmes and my geriatric landlady rousing the neighborhood to help solve the case, my brain is on overload. The last thing I need is to hear from the quirky blonde who follows my cases. Unfortunately, she may hold the key that will lead me to the killer. Melodies of Malice, 13th in the Fiona Quinn Mysteries by C.S. MacDonald. Well, there's a face. When Fiona's teenage cousin Madison finds the new maestra for the Pittsburgh Junior Symphonic Orchestra dead, a web of espionage unravels. Fiona's husband, Detective Landry, seeks out his mother's international security firm, Global Shield, to assist with the investigation. They soon discover the maestra was a Russian spy. Furthermore, an operative from Russia has been dispatched to the U.S. to kill former female spies in order to protect delicate secrets. While the possibility that Madison's life is in danger, Detective Landry places her under protective custody in his and Fiona's home. Global Shield operative Ivan Buseva stays with Fiona and takes up residence in the attic apartment where her ghostly grandma Evelyn lives. Much to Fiona's dismay, he's enjoying every moment, and it appears Grandma Eb is too. Meanwhile, Madison is proving to be quite the master of teenage shenanigans. Fiona's about to move this investigation up an octave by pulling out her amateur sleuthing skills to track down a Russian operative, send her house guests packing, and bring her home back to normal, whatever that is. A whole lot going on there. Everybody remember, this is where we stopped. Well, we are out of time. All righty. Well, hope you guys have a good Monday. No mail, no bank, for it is Veterans Day. Thanks so much. Hope you have a great day, and also the rest of you all as well. Lots to do to get ready for your daughter and another show. Another sunny day here, a little cooler, but still warm. Yeah, we're supposed to hit 60. Tomorrow's supposed to be in the 40s, but then we're just yo-yoing at this point. But should be a nice day today. Again, I don't have any sprints tonight. I will have them tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And tomorrow's morning show will be Mysteries and Thrillers, the darker side of crime. Hope you have a good day. And as the banner says here, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom, nom, nom. Have a good day and God bless.